Hi guys, Irina here and welcome back to my channel where I review everything tech. The Google Pixel 5a is here. For some reason it feels like I've been waiting forever for this phone to come out, and honestly at some point I thought that maybe it's not gonna happen, but now it's official. The Pixel 5a was just released and let's get straight to the unboxing. The Pixel 5a only comes in one color, at least at the moment, which is called mostly black. Then in the box we have a quick start guide, a SIM pin, an 18-watt power adapter, a quick switch adapter, and a USB-C to USB-C cable. I think now I know why this color is called mostly black, because most of the time it seems black, but sometimes at some angles I think I can see some olive tint in it. I like that Google always pays attention to detail, so this time around we have the power button in this color, and most importantly, this time it's ripped, which is pretty cool. Also, the Pixel 5a has a metal unibody, unlike the Pixel 4a 5G that had a polycarbonate one. As you can see, we have a 3.5mm headphone jack on this phone and a fingerprint sensor on the back. And speaking of the overall design of this phone, I would say we have a familiar, neat and clean looking design, and I love it. Finally, let's turn on the phone. Honestly guys, maybe it's just me, but every time I turn on a brand new phone for the first time, I'm thinking, please just work. Even though all of my phones I've ever had worked perfectly, I know this happens on occasion. Let's change the wallpaper to something more lively. By the way, I love the wallpapers on Pixel phones, they're always so much fun. Especially I love these funky collections. Okay, this one looks pretty. If I put the Pixel 5 and the Pixel 4a 5G next to the Pixel 5a, you will see that the Pixel 5a is the biggest one between these three. It has a slightly bigger display than the 4a 5G, and we have a 6.3-inch OLED display with Full HD Plus resolution on the Pixel 5a. Right away, I can say that the display is pretty sharp, pretty much like on its predecessor, the Pixel 4a 5G. Now let's talk about the camera on the Pixel 5a. We have a dual camera on this phone, including the main camera and the ultra-wide camera. It seems like we have pretty much the same camera setup on the Pixel 5a as we had on its predecessor, the Pixel 4a 5G. And these are some of my first photos and videos that I've taken on this Pixel 5a. When it comes to battery, we get a bigger 4680 mAh battery on this phone. It's bigger than on its predecessor, the Pixel 4a 5G, and it's really nice to see an upgrade here, but we'll see how good the battery life is on this phone in the real world. If you're a fan of wireless charging, unfortunately this phone does not support it, but speaking of charging, the good thing is that you still get a power adapter in the box with this phone. The Pixel 5a runs on Snapdragon 765G. It comes with 6GB of RAM and 128GB of non-expandable internal storage. And speaking of the IP rating, this phone is IP67 rated, which is good not just for splashes, but you could submerge this phone in water up to 1 meter for up to 30 minutes. When it comes to the price of this phone, I was surprised to find out that this new phone is actually less expensive than its predecessor, the Pixel 4a 5G. The difference in price is just $50, but it still seems kinda unusual to me. So in the US, you could get the new Pixel 5a with 5G for $349. Speaking of my first impressions of this phone, it seems like there is not a lot of differences between the Pixel 5a and its predecessor, but there are still some little things to be excited about, like a new design with a metal unibody, a bigger battery, a lower price, and so on. Stay tuned for my comprehensive review of this phone. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video!